We're gonna transfer this major part of the component.
Gonna drop that nut. Let's go for a ride. Here's what we're working on today, guys. The KLX 140RL. I'm gonna do a slight modification here. We're gonna change the gear shifter. Fairly straightforward to change the gear shifter. We're gonna start by undoing this bolt right here. That's connected to the gear handle. And then we're gonna undo this pin back here so we can release the actual gear shifter itself. And then from there, we'll be able to do the swap. 10 millimeter you're gonna need. Make sure you mark where it's at. That way you know exactly where you're gonna go when you're backtracking to actually put it back on. Just make sure you cover this when you're pushing this pin out. It's definitely a pain in the butt if you have to replace that and you can't find it. There you go. Just make sure you remember exactly how everything went. And then now you could pull pretty much the entire assembly out. There you go, just like that. The assembly is completely out and the gear shifter is out as well. There is a rubber washer that's on the inside here that's covered by the washer, and then this little piece of metal. So just make sure you memorize exactly how they go so you can put them back. Now we're gonna undo the connector to the shifter, and then we'll change everything out and bring everything back on. Make sure you do a little bit of lube in between before putting it back on. We're gonna break down the OEM shift lever to upgrade into the tusk lever. So we're gonna transfer this major part of the component into the tusk one. There's a rubber washer that's in here. There's also another on the inside, but it's on the bike. I'm gonna transfer that shortly. And now we're gonna break this loose. There you go. Okay. Now we're gonna take the tusk one. I'm just gonna tighten this down. Slightly tighten this down. We'll make it a lot tighter once it's been on the motorcycle. And pretty much, there we go. I got a little bit of grease, guys. And I also took the other washer. Wanna make sure you grease this part. Gonna put the other washer right in here. Then take the other OEM washer that's in here. There we go. And we're gonna put that one right in there. Just failed to kind of mention this a little bit earlier. You're gonna wanna break this nut here when it's actually on the bike. It makes it a lot easier. Now we're just gonna slide that in. Now we're gonna drop that washer in. Perfect. Now we're just gonna put that little disc in. That's gonna lock it. We're just gonna drop that nut. Tighten that down. All right, let's wrap it up, guys. Just gonna tighten this and then pretty much it. It's all done with the shift lever upgrade. Very excited. It adds a little bit of color, like the little blue shifter knob and a little bit of black. To be honest, it's not a very super serious motorcycle. It's really meant for me to practice, learn how to be very proficient in doing wheelies. So I encourage you, grab a small bike like this and do small mods and enjoy it, and practice and harness your riding skills. So